Hey guys, today would be my last day of Periscope because I decided I don't want to do Periscope anymore because I'm very I don't know, I don't want to get distracted all the time because sometimes I realize my question is not yes or no question, so it requires explanation. And when I'm explaining something, if people show up asking questions, leave it a comment, I actually don't know what to do. So I decided from now on, I'm not doing Periscope, I'll do YouTube. So to my friends, sorry I cannot be your alarm clock to wake you up. But, I will still continue doing my thing. At least now I'm not so nervous anymore. So you guys were still able to follow me on YouTube or even podcasts or, Facebook. But, I thought I'd make an announcement. There would be no Periscope. I would do Periscope to the more live experience, such as if I see anything exciting or, wonderful day out of Vancouver, I might share that with you. Or a very simple question, yes or no. Yes or no, or 1 word to 5 word question, It will give something a try in the future, but we'll see. Anyway, my name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. This week is pretty heavy for me because this week start with the horrible weekend. I don't know. Not just event happen, right? For me, if I really wanna help some lost soul, I had to experience what I experienced too. So it was heavy for me. In just praying, I don't just pray, I actually experience what it's like. So that was hard. And then this week I keep having clients that's dealing with somewhat of divorcing issue. So that's add on to it. And the weather is definitely not helping. So since there were so many divorce issue from my client, I thought, let's talk about emotion. I want to talk about emotion. Is I want to explain that why we're experiencing the emotion, right? One day I will talk about this, but one time my higher spirits actually tell me because at that time I'm wondering what's the end goal for the soul? What do we try to be? Like what kind of form do we try to exist as? The answer from my higher spirit goal is actually telling me, believe it or not, the end goal is a human, right? Who is not limited by time and space. So it took me a long time to really, really, really understand this. But at that time when I feel puzzled, the spirit was telling, the higher spirit tell me, what we don't realize is we human can feel. We can feel. We have emotion, right? The sensation that we create by having a fight with people or having, physical touch. We can feel the hug. We can sense things. We can, the sensation like our body content, then, it create all that emotion. That is something like spirit don't have, right? Therefore, the higher spirit told me, actually, even including him at that time, he say, even he is working toward becoming that. So, we talk about it later, but what I try to say is because of that, it really got me to think about the feeling we have. Not just sensation-wise, not just, we feel the hug, we can feel the warmth, we can feel the depth, sometimes when I record a memory from the past, my fingertips still have that texture. I can still sense it. Everything we sense, we feel, it generates some kind of emotion. Then I start questioning what's the purpose of emotions there. Because you look around, you see people stuck in their emotion. What is, if people believe they are sad, they hang on to the sad, right? Or people believe they should be positive, they force themselves to be happy all the time. But then I realized, eventually through all the things I'm dealing with, I realize emotions are really there for a reason. The emotion is there to teach us, to kind of as a reference tool that we humans have to know if we are on the right track. If it is something I like, if it's something I don't like, is it something like I want to have more of? How can I do it to get that, right? So all those feelings, you will see, you will have frustration, you will have happiness, you will have anger, you will have things. Just step back as a soul. You were thinking about this human got so many emotion that as a soul they probably don't feel, right? Because they are light existent. They don't have sensation. They don't have that kind of interaction. They are not able to hug another soul and then pass that warmth. That warmth somehow reach in our heart and make us feel safe or something. Those kind of the emotion is what soul doesn't have. So if I can step back and look at a thing in that perspective, then I start really appreciate me being a human right now, right here, because I can feel. I can tell my kids I love them and I can give them a hug, right? And then I can sense, I can feel sadness, so I know what a happiness really is like. So what I really try to say here is, emotion is there not to define you, not to tell you this is the life you're gonna live. That's it. No, emotion is there to guide us, to direct us, to give us a reference point to slowly discover who we are, right? We should use our emotion. If we're dealing with sadness right now, at least we know, hey, happiness is on the way, right? Because that's how the world balance each other. That's how universe throw us so much sensation, so many feelings, so we can really celebrate what life really is. So, that's the same thing I would say to my friends. If you are, always positive, always try to be happy, I would expect a crash because it's a balance. So that's what I say. Even when you're dealing with sadness, so be it. So be it. Even when you're dealing with anger, that's okay too. Because embrace all that emotion is part of human being. That's what makes us different. That's what makes us special. Because through all that emotion that we're dealing with, we will slowly discover who we truly are. We will actually have a like and dislike. We will have, we will be able to figure it out. We will be, able to figure out something will piss me off. You know what? Why? Because it made me so upset. It made me so sad. Maybe there's a test within that I'm supposed to look into. There's something there that I can work on, right? Because really, if I have nothing to work on in my life, I would be emotionless, right? I will not enjoy the happiness of victory. I will not enjoy anything because I have done everything I have to do, right? So anyway, because this is such a roller coaster emotional week, not from my perspective, but from so many things that happen in the world. So that's why I decided to talk about emotions. We humans come with a package of emotion. Embrace it. No matter it's good or bad, it's there for a reason. It's not there to define who we are, what we are, but it's there to guide us to slowly figure out what it is this soul want to achieve, what it is that I want to become, right? So I believe individuality. That means everybody is different. That also means, everybody may have slightly different standard and things like that to experience life, to get different, perspective of life, and then the world is so connected in a way we're able to share with everybody else, right? We are not going out seeking majority approval, right? I'm not here try to collect as many followers as I want, but what I really want is, even if somebody find 1% of what I say helpful, that's better than nothing. That's better than me staying at home. I'm just happy that 1% can help, right? If they disagree 99%, that's fine by me too. I was focusing on, thank God that 1% can help. At least I'm contributing something. At least I'm trying my way to make this a better place. Not for everybody to live, for myself to live in. So anyway, we all experience our high and low. We all experience our emotion, good and bad. But what I really try to say here is don't let your emotion define who you are. They are there to guide you. They are there so you can use that as a reference point. You can slowly figure out what you like, what you don't like, right? What kind of life you want to create for yourself. But don't ever let it define you. If you are dealing with sad emotion right now, don't label yourself as this is a life I'm going to live it from now on. If you're dealing with a miserable childhood or trauma or things like that, don't let that emotion claim you, because you own them. You decide what kind of emotion you will have. You decide what kind of life you will have. So don't ever give emotion power to decide who you really are, because you own the emotion. You decide what kind of life you will create for yourself. They are there as a tool. They don't have power over you. So anyway, I hope that's not too, aggressive with my talk. But anyway, I just really want you guys to embrace yourself. Really, good or bad, sad or happiness. They are there for a reason, because they help you slowly figure out who you are. So that's why we all, not just human, animal too. Any living thing, we all come with emotion, right? Embrace it. That's what I try to say. So anyway, that's the topic of the day. And I hope that give you an idea of why we are experiencing emotions. And, again, a reminder, I'm actually on a 1/3 mark on my next goal. I'm on 33 episode right now. That's how I always motivate myself, right? I like to use fraction to remind myself. 1/3 mark, quarter mark, or half a month. That way I don't feel like, oh my God, the goal is so far away. So again, reminder to let you know, I will no longer do the Periscope unless I find some life experiences I want to share with you guys, or there's a quick question, probably not so spiritual, but more like what book am I reading, I'll tell you, or what kind of tea I like, I might tell you too. That kind of quick answer I can answer within 1 second, that we can give a Periscope a try again. But otherwise, if you guys are still interested in what I'm talking about, subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my Facebook, or even my website at ruowen.com. And I guess I hopefully keep up to this, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.